Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, evening.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to be part of this, and also to the quality people you brought on board for this event. Mr. Dozier, I also appreciate the insight you gave us about your own part. So I quite appreciate that. Yeah, festivals, we've actually attended so many, and when we are out there, especially when we are not the ones that are not even in our country, we keep watching out some things. And Mr. Kechi, I also give it to you because I remember some of the visits in outside the country. You tell us, you keep pointing out some of the things they are doing well, and some of the things we also learn from them. So I appreciate it because it's like on the job experience for some of us. The way you be coaching us and know that stuff. So for festivals in Nigeria, they're actually big and huge. Like Jose pointed out, there are over 300 of them. But as much as there are over 300, are they other successful? No. As much as everyone, every tribe, every tongue want to be recognized, want out there, want to be global. But many don't have what it takes to appeal to the international, even local. So that's why it's not about festival. It's about what the festival is offering. Why someone should leave the one that is known to the one that is unknown. For instance, let's start with Calabar Carnival. If you look at Calabar Carnival, you discover that yeah, those who have attended Rio, those who have attended the Notting Hill Carnival, those who have attended other carnivals in the world, you discover that when you are in Calabar, you see that you see how it has, I mean, will I say eclipse? I don't know the right word to use, but just that it has matched whatever they have seen over there. It has given them that international flair. It's not all about, as in, because it's being held in Nigeria. If you remove the Nigerian scene, you discover it's more like it's international in all aspects. So the thing about festival is it has to have that appeal to draw anybody wherever you are watching it from. And that's also why in our climb here, we always encourage people who are doing festival to also pick it up a bit. For instance, I was at I've been quite some time. I've been at Oshun Oshobo Festival. But the fact that Oshun Oshobo is the second World Heritage Site in Nigeria means that it should have more visitation, even the festival itself. But does the festival attract as many people as she should? I don't think so. Because one, the festival has, for me, it has failed to remove the religion aspect of it. It's more or less like people are coming as devotees of the Oshun goddess. So people who are coming are just worshippers. So, like Jose was pointing out, there should be so many events around our festivals. Those who are interested in the religious aspect, you go and do your stuff. But those who are adventurous, who are after adventure, that site alone, that Oshun site alone is adventure on its own. You can do your adventure after the festival or before the festival. You understand? Those who are after the community life, who want to mingle with the community, can have something to do after the Oshun festival. It mustn't start and end with the devotees going to worship. If I don't want to worship, I could also do other things. The food in the Southwest is very exciting and dynamic. People can have a taste of it. It could be on its own, a different thing on its own. So for me, festivals in Nigeria are great and fine, but we also need that rebranding, packaging to make it apart with what we have in other parts of the world. Mr. Kechi, I give this back to you. You were at Quitizina. You even were part of a group that named Gorillas in your own time there. Mr. Kechi, it's not an easy thing. And the number of people who visited the day you were part of that Quitizina gorilla naming ceremony were all top guys from across the globe. Imagine Rwanda, after 20 years of genocide, how they've been able to gorilla naming. You need gorilla naming. You can say horse naming. Okay, like in Nigeria, we can say camel naming. We can say even cow naming. It's gorilla. But look at how they've been able to like repackage it 20 years after genocide. Everybody's coming to see. The last time I was there, I couldn't see, but the UNWTO Secretary General, former UNWTO Secretary General, was there. He drew so many people. They came to You understand what that means. And those people who are coming in there are going to sleep in quality hotels. They're going to spend so much good foreign exchange in buying craft, in meeting the people, in doing other things. Donations are not very hard. So it's like a well thought out community initiative. They are preserving the gorillas by so doing. They are impacting the community by so doing. Then again, they are impacting the tourism economy on its own. Because no foreigner will come and not spend. They pay 1,500 permit for gorilla trekking. It's a festival. They've turned ceremony. They've turned it into a global thing. So I think we all have to, learn from such. It's a beautiful thing that festivals are, on their own, they are unique. There are some that happen once in a year. There are some that happen once in 3 years, some once in 2 years. So it's not something you see every day. For the fact it's not something you see every day means anytime it's holding, it should be able to attract as many as possible because it can't hold again until the next calendar year. So that's why we also need to package it so well. If we lack packaging, we learn from those who know how to package. It's not a problem. It is never a problem to learn from those who know how to package. Yes, you can sell the same product, but from different angles. You're all aware about Zimbabwe and Zambia, about Victoria Waterfalls. Zimbabwe will tell you the best view is from Zimbabwe, while Zambia will tell you they are the owners of Victoria Waterfalls. But who is making money from it? It's all about you packaging your products, and people come see it and pay and go. So I think from my own experience traveling in the world, seeing festivals, Nigerian festivals are among top-class global festivals, but they can be better. Yes, they are attracting, people in numbers, but they can attract more people, quality people. Like an instance I gave about the Pitizena. Top global people come, they pay money. So the thing about festival is that we can do it and do it well. I also appreciate the likes of corporate sponsors like MTN. When MTN was behind the KG Festival of Imo State, Argungu of Imo State, it was huge. People were coming within a period of, I think they were there for about 6-7 years. They were also sponsoring the Leboko Festival then. I don't know what happened. They weren't doing much about festivals now. But during that period, I discovered that the 3 years we attended, the third year, about 3 hotels sprang up along the same street we used to pass. And we are like, what's happening? They said, an indigene who felt like people should have decent accommodation started to put up one. While he was putting up one, another person started his own. And at the end of the day, the hotels were springing up. And that's employment for the people of Arundizop. It's impacting local economy. So, but it's just a New Yam festival. A New Yam PKG festival. It's just a New Yam festival. The same thing with Leboko. The same thing with Irigin. These are all New Yam festivals. But the people are now turning it into something of economic appeal and also branding. Yes. You talked about insecurity and somebody was at PKG festival this year and nothing happened. We talked about insecurity. Somebody was at Irigin last year and nothing happened. So will you tell the person there's insecurity? He won't listen to you. Okay. For instance, Argungu Fishing Festival. Thank goodness we are able to host the 65th, the 61st edition this year in February 14th, the grand finale. But at the end of the day, it was after 6 years hiatus, and at the end of the day, it held well. Now we know all the scenario, narrative about insecurity in the Northwest, but people came over 1 million people came, witnessed the festival, led without any incident. So will you tell the person that, and among them were diplomats, will you tell them about insecurity and they will listen to you? So I think festivals are kind of tools. They have so much potential. Branding, economic impact, social cohesion. So the thing is the more we leverage on it, the better for us. Because if we tend to pick on other things that are not working, like sports is good, but if we can't scale it up, festivals, we have it everywhere. You can easily scale it up. They don't require so much infrastructure like sports. If we can't hold a World Cup, we can hold a world-class festival, and people will attend. So for me, I think no matter how you look at it, festival is something Nigerians should latch on to. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. Every tongue, every tribe in Nigeria has festival. You can scale it up. Whether it sounds good or not, to pick it up. Flesh it. Go to people who know how to do it to learn from them. The Fancy Festival, good. But can it be better? Yes, it can be better. How has it been done before? Why didn't it, live up to its expectation? What can it be done? Like Jose was pointing out, meet people like that and repackage it and you sell it. Forget about the other negative narratives. You've heard about Nyege Festival in Uganda. It's all about dance festival. But that dance festival, it is the biggest festival in East Africa today. When did it start? 3 years ago. No festival in East Africa rivals it. It's just dance. So, but at the end of the day, the government now, having seen there's a potential in it, they're not trying to it, and they're supporting the organizers. They used to say it was sponsored by LGBT. So you know what they did? The organizers also thought twice and went to local Uganda organizers, and they're organizing it, sponsoring it. So now it's not, nothing is stopping it. Everybody, people come from Kenya, people come from South Sudan, people come from Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, just for that festival, and they stay in hotels, pay good money. Uganda Warangi and other stuff. Get their souvenirs and they fly back or go by road. So I think the likes of Argungu, the likes of Doba, for me, like Doba, that is majestic. These are festivals we could uplift. You understand? We can bring in other dimensions to it. It mustn't just be, what I did. Those was explaining to us. He talked about food, he talked about adventure, he talked about culture, and he talked about history. So if the element you've been having all this while is just that culture, where people sat on horses and they keep riding. Now, it is now left for the organizers to bring in other aspects that will now enlarge the appeal, that will now encourage more participation, that will now encourage more people to see more in the festival and to attend. And at the end of the day, we're making more money. Making money on ourselves, putting Nigeria out there positively. That's for me the most important thing. As much as the locals are making their money, Nigeria is getting a good image out there. Because what is out there is not always fine for us. The Korean lady did well for us, yeah, but others are going with negative information. So these festivals are the kind of things that people, okay. Recently, the Monyo Fishing Festival held in KB. That's held in Taraba State. The governor invited the people. It was the time when Otombaro Shobo was the DG of NTDC that a lot of people used to go there for what happened? Now it's coming up. Now, for me, festivals in Nigeria should also learn from other organizers of festivals in Nigeria, should also learn from organizers out there. Why have they sustained theirs for a very long time? Learn and let's do it. It's all about collaboration, and you can't take away government from it. Yes, you can't take away government from it. If people are coming into the country, we need this idea, we need all that. Thanks goodness, Mr. Kechi is here, and Mr. Kechi has been a good example for people for him to attract over 20, 30 countries to Akwaba every year. He does the legwork. He interfaces between them and immigration. But what happened the other time that made the Ministry of Interior to even, the Ministry of Interior to, to grant visas. So for me, we need government, we need everybody in it. It's not just a one-person thing. It doesn't say because it's a festival, it doesn't concern, because it's a festival. It's not their festival, or it doesn't concern me. So I think what we should do.
I need you to round up now so that we can go to the next person. But you made some points that I want you to emphasize. One, you need to scale up these festivals. Two, they have to be consistent. Three, there has to be intentionality, packaging. Then four, you have to create things around the central team. If people come to ride horses at Doba, what else can you put together? So can you round up your presentation in a little hierarchy so that the people listening can learn from it? Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, okay. For me, if you call it like a takeaway, the takeaway for me is the fact that we have the manpower, we have the culture, we have the content, we have everything, we have the streets, we have everything to make our festivals, world class. So all we need is let's put our heads together, let's rejig the content, let's rejig the presentation. Let's rejig how we go about it. Also, let's rejig how we use it in branding, because you can't say you are doing a festival when somebody is telling you this thing cannot hold because there's one religious this or religious that happening there or the other way. So everything has to be in one. That one is that both the content, both the organization, both the appeal, invitation, everything has to be synchronized. Like has to synchronize. Even in calendar, let's be specific when they are happening so that people can mark it and prepare ahead. Not when you keep changing. If you keep changing dates, you're also telling them not to come. So let's harmonize everything that will make our festivals success and also impact the communities and the economy at large. Thanks a lot.